Egregore is a thought form that is created by thoughts and feelings, that comes to life and that is fed by mentalization and psychic energies. It is an autonomous entity that is formed by the persistence and intensity of emotional and mental currents. Weak thoughts and feelings create ill-defined egregores and have little life or duration, but strong thoughts and feelings create extremely powerful and long-lasting egregores. There are positive egregores that protect, attract good energies and ward off negative charges, and negative egregores that strengthen evil, channel negative forces, and repel positive forces. Sacred places like the towns of Aparecida do Norte, Brazil, Lourdes, France, and Fatima, Portugal, have very powerful egregores, formed by the faith and mentalities of the devotees, who accumulate the psychic energies of the faithful, and when someone manages to channel themselves, the psychic energies accumulated in the egregore causes the well-known miracle. This is the hidden explanation of the realization of most miracles that happen. The locals have egregores formed by the psychic energies of their regulars who channel them to their benefit through faith. The origin of the term egregore is the same as gregarious, from the Latin gregarius, what is part of the flock, that is, flock, congregation, society, group of people. In terms of spirituality, the name egregore is used to designate a vibrational group, a subtle energy field in which forces, thoughts, or vibrations come together for a certain purpose. The personal egregore is formed by the person's psychic energies and mainly by his thoughts. Thus, a psychically balanced person with positive thoughts creates a positive egregore. Likewise, an emotionally imbalanced and negative person creates a negative egregore. Because the egregore is like a collective child who feeds on the same emotions that created her. The being in search of knowledge must be fully convinced that his aspirations and desires for good, even in thoughts, none is lost. Our life must produce powerful forces, ideas. This is the secret of the so-called wheat prayer. The egregore is a momentary entity that subsists while the group is together, or while a certain thought form vibrates. For it to emerge, environmental preparation is necessary, formed by the sound, the perfume of the incense, and the vibrations of those present. The most sensitive perceive this entity, it remains silent but acts immediately. Skeptics do not accept this entity, but in-depth studies will reveal the possibility of its emergence. However, this entity should not be a reason for worship, as it is an entity formed by the mental strength and the vibrations of the whole. The egregore is the force of materialization. The egregore may be associated with group consciousness, but it is, at the same time, something more than that. We learn that when two or more come together in a joint effort, something greater than the sum of their personal efforts is created. We can compare this idea with the idea that the todo is bigger than the parts that compose it. The egregore is therefore the result of our creative thinking on the exoteric and esoteric levels of thought. And in the joint effort to shape thought in favor of something to be built or achieved, the egregore appears in the astral from the effort and meditation of each one. It is a diaphanous being that, despite being compact, lets in the light that even emanates and absorbs. It works by balancing emotional and spiritual inequalities. More than a protective cloak, it is the materialization of your fraternity when a little of yourself is offered, by a supernatural and divine mechanism, to needy brothers. For this purpose, the mental, spiritual and bodily postures mentioned are necessary, not only as an exercise of virtues, theologies, faith, hope, and charity, and cardinal, prudence, temperance, justice, and courage, but as relating along the path of absolute and teleological goodness of the human being. The happiness, which for us can be symbolized by reaching the summit of Jacko's stair, so that we may one day enjoy with firm faith the glory of the great architect of the universe and take a seat beside him, so that we can discover in each brother our most high spiritual gifts, and we can always be proud of the true reasons that lead us to be in a fraternity. All this, so that we can always contribute to the spiritual growth of our planet, bypassing the profane behavior that obscures the formation of the Egregore. Those who see nothing, feel nothing, and act mechanically must accept the challenge of effective and spiritual participation. So, just like that, they will realize that life is not a jumble of pleasures, that we are the image and likeness of the Creator, and that we have responsibilities even with thinking properly. We are spiritual beings having material experiences, and as such we are the creators of our destiny and co-creators of the universe. May deep peace invade everyone. Stay in the light. The Star Traveler decrees that, may all humanity live good days, full of love, peace, light, and harmony. May the light be present in all hearts, leading us to the awakening of consciousness for the work of Christ. May humanity live in the light, with the light, and for the light. So be it. Stay in the light. Friends and brothers, I want to thank everyone for visiting the Traveler of the Stars page. The content is messages from the Masters of the Universe for the awakening of consciousness and the construction of a better world. I ask you to please share this page so you will be participating in building a better world. Don't forget to click on the bell to know each post on this page as soon as it is published. Light a lot of light. Namaste.